Okay, hi guys. Welcome to my favorite annual video, my China vlog. Now, this one's gonna be a little different from usual because, well, let me show you my project before I get into this story. If you watch part one, I am working on the Thekla polo. It's a free pattern from Hobby. I am making the size a 6 out of 9, which may have been a mistake. It's looking a bit enormous and it has taken forever so far. But I have finally gotten to the part where I get to just work in the round and not think and not increase and decrease on a strangely different cadence for every 2 rows. So very excited about that part because the fun part of knitting is flow state and I have not been flowing. Okay, back to the whole China situation. So I'm an idiot. And I did not realize that my Chinese visa, my 10-year visa had expired. I just always assumed that I had gotten my visa the same time as my parents and I knew their visas hadn't expired yet. They're expiring next year. Thankfully, I remembered that they just extended the transfer visa to 240 hours, so like 10 days. And I'm going to Vietnam after this anyway, so I just moved up my flight to Vietnam so that I'm only staying 10 days in China. But my family, mom, dad, uncle, aunt, we're planning to travel in Xinjiang. It's like where the Uyghur people live. Also, I know that Uyghur is not the right way to say it, but I looked up the right pronunciation and I fear it might be more offensive if I attempt it. That's like a politically more tricky area because of the alleged human rights violations. So you need like an actual visa to go there. I am honestly not that sad that I don't get to go because I was feeling ethically very weird about going because the tourism there is definitely pushed by the Chinese government to kind of like feed this propaganda that like all is well over there when it's definitely not. But I still have 10 days. Well, it's been a few days, so I guess now like 7 days here in Guangzhou. I was gonna be alone, but if you hear some rustling sounds in the background, that's my aunt. I'm also really excited because I have never really gotten to experience Guangzhou like the way I would as like a tourist my age, right? Like there's like a lot of cool shopping areas, a lot of like cute cafes. Normally I don't get to try any of that because I'm like with my whole family. My aunt and I are about to head over to go see my grandma and I'm gonna try and get this in a place where I can start working in the round before I leave so that I can like work on it on the subway and work on it when I'm there. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna prep it for working in the round because we are leaving right now.真的挺肥的。啊，怎么跑了？
老是喜欢用小袋子把它给挂到的。以前要出去买东西，现在。班长的关就这么大了。
Oh my gosh, it is freaking hot today, guys. I'm sweating. I've also been awake since like 5 a.m. because I have very much not overcome my jet lag. As you can see, we have finally started working in the round on this bad boy. I know it doesn't look like I got that much done, and that's because I didn't. I low-key was struggling a little bit to actually like get us to the working in the round step. And then I put the sleeve stitches just on some extra yarn. I actually love how these like various width stripes are looking. I accidentally made one up here, so then I just started adding more random width stripes and I feel like it gives it like a cool vibe, you know? Now today is like it's pretty much my last full free day here. I kind of over advertised how much I was going to be able to take you around. Tomorrow I'm gonna go visit my grandpa's grave, and then on Wednesday it's Chongyang Jie, which is like elders holiday here in China, so I'm gonna go visit my grandma again, and I'm sure her senior center will have some activities. Yeah, and then I fly out Thursday. I don't know, I've had a lot of like editing and work that I've had to do, so I have spent less time outside of the apartment than one might expect. The point is, today is like my full day to go around, out and about. I really want to go to Dongshankou. It's like the kind of like trendy area that has a bunch of the cool shopping stores. I decided to be smart and wear a good outfit for shopping. So I just have on this like easy little white top and then this like cargo skirt. I always make the mistake of like wearing a sticky bra or like wearing a dress, and then if I try on the shirt, I need to get pants and, you know, all that. I'm ready. I'm ready to do some fucking damage. Okay, it is actually already afternoon the next day because this morning we went to go 扫墓. It's like we went to go visit my grandpa's grave. 扫墓, it's like sweeping, because you kind of have this tradition of like sweeping off all the dead leaves and like cleaning it up, and you know, we left some flowers. It's funny because you have to like snap off parts of the flowers, like kind of ruin the bouquet a little bit, or there's a chance that people will just come and take the bouquet away. So that's China for you. Anyway, it is like a little bit outside of Guangzhou, so we were on the subway for a while, so I got some good knitting time in. You know what I'm realizing now that I'm just like working in the round and not following the pattern? I wasn't going that slow because I was following the pattern. I was going slow because this shit just takes a while. And I mean, I'm working on 3.5mm needles. Like, what do I expect? I don't know. I guess I'm just used to like me like powering through projects. Y'all know I'll literally like crochet 3 sweaters in a week. And I've been making this bad boy for 3 bajillion years. But I mean, you can tell we're definitely getting there. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like kind of conflicted about where to end the body portion. I haven't gotten that far past the sleeve, but I'm already kind of close to my waist, especially because there's going to be 2 inches of ribbing. I don't want it to be like literally cropped, but I also don't want it to be, I just don't want it to be too long. Like I don't want it to be like hip length, you know, maybe like a few more inches and then I'll do the ribbing. I need to put it back on 2.5mm needles for the ribbing. Hopefully I brought those. Oh, and I know you guys are probably curious what I bought yesterday at my little shopping day. I actually didn't buy that much. The prices were a little bit higher than I was expecting, like more in the like $40 to like $200 USD range, which is pretty pricey for China, but it is like the more like hip, nice shopping area. I am gonna do a try on haul for you later, maybe at the end of this, maybe at the end of this video, because I am going shopping again tonight at like a more kind of affordable place. It's like this underground shopping mall that I go to every single year. There is one thing that I need to get tonight. 2 things. My claw clip has vanished. And then I need to get another earring. Basically, I took off all of like my ear piercings. They got an MRI. Healthcare out of pocket is so much cheaper here. And I just wanted to make sure everything was okay with my shoulders because I do have like some really crazy shoulder knots. The results came back, I'm fine. But yeah, I took off all my earrings and then like this piercing, what is this one? Is this tragus, helix, whatever. This middle one, I took the piercing out and then it just kind of vanished because it was really, really tiny. It was like a tiny gold star from studs. So then I moved my second ear piercing up here, but I don't know, this is like kind of irritating my ear. I normally like to have a stud in here. So I just gonna buy like something to stick in this freaking hole. That's what she said. I'm actually starving because I haven't had lunch yet. So I'm gonna head out, get my favorite luo shi fen. It's like, I feel like I've mentioned it on my socials 4 million times, but it's like a river snail broth rice noodle, which I know sounds weird. A lot of people hate the smell. I don't mind the smell at all. It's hard to find restaurants that serve it in America because of the smell, and they have so many places here. There's one place, a new one I found that I love. It's so good, and I get it like pretty decently spicy, so I'll be like fucking my nose running and like sweating, but it's so worth it. And I'm just wearing, this is an outfit I've definitely worn before. Can you believe that these two pieces don't go together? I got them separately, but they like literally look like a matching set. And I normally wear it with a little gold belt, but I did a little silver belt and silver necklace today because I am going to wear these shoes again. I cannot rave enough about these. These are from the PH5 Charles Keith collab collection, but if you don't like the like wavy detail and you want a more plain version, I know Charles Keith has them. These are like the most comfortable shoes on earth. Like I genuinely think these are more comfortable than my running shoes. I've like worn them to like play tennis and stuff, and I've always struggled with like travel shoes. I always have my platform docs with me, and these are great, they're comfy, they go with everything, but I've been looking for something that like is more light colored and it is a little bit less edgy. I feel like it's really cute with like girly outfits because I like a more feminine outfit with like a sporty shoe, you know? I've always wanted to be a sneaker girl, but I think I just like to have like a slightly chunkier, more platform shoe. This kind of gives you the same effect, but also some height. Oh my God, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry. Okay, let's go. Let's go eat some noodles. 好，谢谢。这么多胡椒。对呀，
这个给你，
这是什么？怎么没脸呢？
一条毛巾，它做成这好好玩。
这裙子我也买了。
哦，这个裙子你买了。
然后这一套我也买了，就是黑的裙子，磨嘴裙的。
这是防干的。
对对对。
防干的裙子不给了，防干的就。
我先帮你把它打开，等一下。
再给我们照张相，你录屏呀，好不好？前途无量
哦，好，谢谢。
鹏程万里，
哇，这该说的。
还有事业兴旺。
哦，好，谢谢。
好了，好了，
好，你注意身体就行了。
这是你的。
Surprise, we are now in Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam. Excuse the background noise. I literally have a fan pointing at my back. Look what finally came off the freaking needles. I was low-key panicking just because I did do like the larger size 6. You can see the button placket area goes like kind of weirdly far down. In terms of proportions, if the button placket goes this far down, I feel like it should be way longer. And then I'd already started the ribbing, but I was like, oh my god, what if it comes out super cropped? Because I didn't want those like uber cropped shirts that were trending, I don't know, like when I was in college. Honestly, I think once I actually fill this in and add the buttons, it'll be okay. I'm pretty happy with the length. I also don't think it's like overly baggy. I was worried it'd be like comically large. We'll have to see once I put the sleeves in, but for now, I honestly think the fit is looking more or less like what I had envisioned. I thought about making the ribbing at the bottom blue to match the collar, but the pattern has us do the 2x2 rib in the stripe still, which I actually kind of like, because I feel like if I did this in the light blue, it would maybe look a little bit too cropped. Now, I know you're probably thinking, you've already left China, and we're still pretty far from finishing the sweater. I thought about it, like I could do a third part of me making this sweater, because I know the sleeves are going to take me a while, and I have been trying to like force myself to do less knitting in each video, but honestly, I'm bored and I don't want to make another video about this shirt. Like, I'd rather move on to a new project for my Vietnam vlog. So what I'm thinking is I have 10 days here in Ho Chi Minh. It was only supposed to be 5, but I came earlier because of the whole Chinese visa situation. So I think the first 5 days here, I'm just gonna like vibe shop. So sorry, but I like cannot vlog while I shop. I like lock the fuck in and listen to Las Culturistas. So I'm just gonna do a lot of my like intense focused shopping these few days, show some footage of me working on these sleeves like in different cafes, and I'll show you around Vietnam more in my next video. I also am gonna have to look for a sewing shop to find the buttons for this, but I think that'll actually be perfect because buttons will be way cheaper here in Ho Chi Minh than back in America. I really want to find some like blue or brown ones to match. I think that would be so cute. Now it's time for the long-awaited China haul. I'm not gonna lie, this is like the worst weather to be doing this because I get so overstimulated and so sweaty when I'm changing, and I'm already sweating, but I'm gonna power through because it's a good fucking haul. Let me just preface by saying I'm not gonna be wearing the right undergarments for any of this because I elected to not bring a bra on this trip, which was certainly a choice. I'm gonna start with the shopping from the first day in Dongshankou. So these are like kind of pricier pieces, at least by Chinese standards. This was from that store Side by Side, probably my favorite store on that street. And I think this was around like $40 US. I just think it looks so expensive. The quality is so nice. China is obsessed with like just matching everything with this little skinny scarf, which is honestly nice because it definitely expands like your styling options. I really don't have a lot of long sleeve tops. I feel like that's like the biggest hole in my closet that I was trying to shop for this time. Next, this is from the store ISD Studios. Very like streetwear grungy vibes. If they were cheaper, I would have gotten a lot of stuff there. They had like a plaid dress I loved, a really nice black windbreaker. But the one piece I ended up splurging on, I mean, not really splurging, it was also probably around $40, is this like matching crop top and little cropped hoodie set. I have been reflecting more on my style and like which micro trends are things that I'm wearing because they're trending and which trends are things that I'm wearing because I actually like them. And Y2K is something that I have always loved for like my whole life. So I don't really care if it goes out of style. I'm always gonna love pieces like this. And I feel like a lot of my Y2K pieces, classic to the style, are just like very scantily clad. I don't have a lot of like warmer Y2K stuff. And I just think this is so cute. I also feel like layering it under like coats or leather jackets, having this little fur hood come out, is really, really cute. It would look so sick with like my low-rise jeans. And again, quality is really, really nice. And then the last thing I got on the first day, this is from Unruly Sweet Spicy, like lower price point, very Y2K. The quality isn't as nice. I think this was probably around like $20, but again, like a Y2K piece that has a little bit more coverage. Now, if it seems like I exercised quite a bit of self-control, that's because I knew I was heading to the Tianhe underground market the next day. The price points are just so good, and the quality, like, it definitely varies, I think, even within each stall. Just like touch things, look at the fabric composition, but you can get like really nice pieces. Like I have things that I bought years ago that I've washed and stuff and that are still in great condition. So the first thing that I got, this is actually for my older sister, Hope. It's for her Christmas gift. Don't worry, she does not watch my YouTube videos, but she has like very opposite style of me. very much like Animal Crossing cute weeby. So I try to find pieces that like exist in that slim crossover between our styles. And I feel like this is perfect because she'll still wear it. It's comfy, it's cute, but it's also just like a really nice basic. And one thing I love about China is that most of their zip ups have like 2 functional zippers. So you have the option to like also style it like this, you know? I'm not gonna know the exact prices for most of these pieces because they usually have like sales on top of the price tag prices, or like the more pieces you buy, the more of a sale you get. But I would say everything is in the like $10 to $30 price range, like super, super affordable. This skirt, I honestly think is going to be like the best purchase that I got in China, maybe even in my entire Asia trip. It's just like a long kind of black bubble skirt, but it's such a good basic. Like I was trying on like corset tops and stuff over it, and I was sending photos to my friends and they were like, that's a beautiful dress. And I'm like, no, it's just this like skirt with different tops. This top, super random. I mostly got it because with the sale for getting 3 items, it costs almost nothing. I just really struggle to find t-shirts that have like a boxy fit but aren't super, super long. I have really wide shoulders, so most like baby tees, cropped tees, I look like I can like Hulk out of them. I have been looking for like a sort of, I don't know, what is this, chartreuse colored sweater for so long. It's like one of my favorite colors to style for fall winter. The best part though is that it comes with this little drapey thing that you can tie like this. I love that this is detachable because obviously you can just wear this as a normal cardigan, but also you could just wear this like over a coat. I love that kind of draped look, but every time I try and drape a sweater over something, it's just like so bulky in the back. So I love that this is like a nice way to fake it. Next piece is another long skirt. Like imagine this kind of like flannel plaid handkerchief skirt with like some tall boots. You could obviously wear tights underneath. This next piece I think is the most expensive thing that I got on this day. It was probably around like $40 US, and I don't usually buy like leather jackets there just because they do like look pretty cheap. They're obviously faux leather. But this jacket, I don't really know how to describe it. It's like a soft leather. It almost feels like if suede and leather had a baby. Like you can see it has a very matte finish on it. But I just think it's so cute, like as a little jacket, or if you wear it like this, zipped all the way up and clasped like this under a big coat or a puffer in the winter is also really chic. Now this shirt, I honestly kind of wish they had it in white. I have been looking for kind of like an elevated white button up because I just feel like I don't gravitate towards wearing a plain one. Even though I know there are a lot of ways to like use the safety pins to like elevate a plain white button up. I always save those TikToks and then I never actually do them. This has like a really cool little bow detail here that will just cinch it. Look how chic and like elevated basic this is. Okay, here's a shirt that would definitely benefit from me having actually brought a bra. I really love this stall because a lot of the stalls start to blend together. They sell like very similar things, sometimes even identical pieces because they're sourcing from the same wholesalers. But this stall had some pretty like different stuff, and I have been wanting like a patterned mesh long sleeve for like well over 2 years now. The problem is a lot of the skin tight ones, I just like don't really like how they make my shoulders and like my armpit fat look. So I like that this is like kind of a looser fit. Again, no bra, but I love this and I'm so surprised that I found it in China because it's not really like the type of stuff they wear there. I think the cinching that they have on the sides to give it more of this like scoop in the front is a really cool detail. And I don't know if you can see, it's this really pretty floral lace that also has like bumps in it, like it has some texture. And I normally avoid pieces that like have lace in Asia because I feel like that's where the lack of quality in their materials just becomes like really, really obvious. But I think that this has such an expensive look to it. This with like a nice black lacy bra under would be such a nice going out outfit. Not that I've been out in well over a year, but hypothetically. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to zip this up with how sweaty I am because it fits me like a glove. Oh, guys, I keep forgetting I have this tattoo. Like every time I change in front of a mirror, I'm like, what is that on me? Okay, I think we got it. I mentioned that on the first day there was like a plaid dress I really loved, and I feel like this kind of filled that void. I honestly like it more because it really snatches me. And originally I thought the high V-neck was kind of weird and I wanted to go home and change it, but it's kind of of growing on me. I also feel like this is a really good layering piece. Like you could wear a sweater over it and this would be like a skirt, or you could wear a shirt under. Even like the shirt I just tried on, the black lace one under this would be like a really cool outfit. Guys, I really don't want to try this dress on because it's like a thicker material and this really fits me like a glove. I don't even think I can zip it up myself. You saw the video, okay? I'll insert a screenshot. This is so stunning. I paid a little bit more for this, probably like 40 something, but I think it's so worth it. I only have one T-paw I really like, and it's more of like a spring silk one, and this one will be really nice for warmer, colder weather. It fits me so perfectly. The attendants kept being like, "La mei shen tai," which translates literally to spicy younger sister body. Basically like baddie body. They were definitely referring to my ass because my chest was looking flat aft due to my lack of bra. But once I wear this with like a push-up bra, it's gonna fucking eat. Oh, and I almost forgot. I also got a bag. This isn't like anything special, but it was literally 15 bucks. It's just this cute little brown bag. I love that it comes with this little teddy bear. They just gave me this clip because they didn't have change for my cash. I ran out of money in my like Weixin Pay, so I was using cash, but no one uses cash in China, so they said just take one of these clips instead. I find a lot of the like decorated clips in China to look very gaudy and kind of cheap, but I think this one is actually kind of fun. And then this is super boring. I just got a simple black claw clip. These like skinny ones really like hold a lot of hair, which is what I need. And then I got these two hair chopsticks. This one is like more of a statement one, and this one's a little bit more everyday. Oh, and I mentioned that I needed to get a new earring for this piercing. I don't know if you can see, it's like a little green rectangle with gold edging, and this is perfect because I have like a silver and green earring on this side. And then my grandma gave me some random jewelry. She went through like an obsession with ordering stuff on Taobao like 2 years ago, and now she's just trying to get rid of all of it. She gave me this necklace, which has like an ox in it because in the zodiac, she and I are both oxes, and it's on like red thread, which is good luck in Chinese culture. This one is a little bit more intricate. It's like a gold necklace with this like jade pendant. It has some pink gemstones in it, which is kind of cute. And then last up, I just picked out this green and silver gemstone ring, which I think goes really well with like my existing stack on this side. And I think that's everything. You can tell it took a long time to film this because my hair is like already half dry. I don't know how much I spent in total, and that's honestly none of my business. Now I need to change, head out, go to a cafe, and start grinding on those sleeves, which I am not looking forward to.
Kinda crazy, the kinds of things life throws at you. I never knew I'd feel so safe in your arms. Now you're all I need. It wasn't long before I knew that I fell for you and you had my heart. As fast as the seasons change, my heart was stolen.
Verity, sudah lumayan ready sih.
And no amount of distance can change how I'm feeling. 'Cause I know this is real. I'm so happy that you're mine.
Okay, I know I said I wasn't gonna come back until the shirt was done, but honestly, I've just kind of accepted that this is gonna be my longest YouTube video freaking ever. I've come to some realizations about me being illiterate and horrible at following patterns. I am famously very bad at following patterns. A few recent epiphanies. The pearl side is supposed to be the outside of this pattern, which I did kind of see from the photos of the pattern. But then I don't know. I just didn't think about it again. Then one of the comments on my like progress video that I posted on YouTube, they were like, oh, I love this pattern, but I didn't want to follow it because I didn't like the pearl side being out, but maybe I should do knit side out like you did. And I was like, I'm pretty sure the knit side is the right side. It's not, but I like the way I have it so much more. Like, I guess originally you're supposed to have like this raglan seam kind of pop out, but with the knit side out, I feel like it makes the raglan seam kind of like inverted and invisible. So I finished one sleeve and I did work, because basically if I follow the cadence of decreases that the pattern recommends, that's like assuming you make a really, really long sleeve. And because the body is so wide, my sleeve is actually not that long. So I did more drastic decreases like towards the end of the sleeve. The shaping is not ideal. If I were to redo it, I would have just picked a faster cadence of decreases instead of trying to compensate at the very end. But I was like, I'm not redoing the sleeve. Like once I block it, I feel like it won't matter anyway. It's a very drapey fit. I started realizing I actually don't know where to buy buttons here. I posted on my story and then someone recommended this like market that apparently has a lot of like fabric, sewing supplies. So I'm gonna go there right now and see if we can find some buttons. Also look, I'm wearing the new top that I got in China and I put my little sticky fake boobs on, so now it fits a lot better. I also just realized this has like an asymmetrical hem, which I think is so cute, but I paired it with the little necklace from New Mexico and my silver chain belt. And I'm wearing a hat because when you take a grab bike, I love being on the back of the bike, but the helmets smell so bad because it's like a combination of sweat and like getting rained on because it's like monsoon season, and then like, you know that smell when something gets wet and then it just like air dries and it's like mildewy. So I'm wearing the hat so that I can put the helmet on top of the hat because I really do not want the helmet to touch my head because I just feel like I smell like that for the rest of the day. That was such a tangent. Let's go.
What's this?
Coconut fondant.
What's that?
Cái này strawberry.
Alrighty, welcome to my second Airbnb of the trip, and look what is finally done! Oh my god, y'all, I cannot explain how much of my whole badosi went into finishing this shit. Like, the sleeves were fine, but this whole area, my god. I had to learn how to do the tubular bind off, which is another thing that I have been putting off learning forever. Honestly, I feel like it's good. It kind of gives me better sympathy for people who are first learning crocheting or knitting. When I first watched the video, I was like, what the fuck is going on? But it's actually so simple and it's a really good stretchy bind off. I have just gotten so used to doing a regular bind off super loose but the tubular is way better, especially when you're binding off a rib. So that's what I used on the edges of the button bands. What I didn't love about the pattern is that it didn't explain how to do the buttonholes, which I guess is because like they don't know what size buttons you're gonna get, how many. So I just kind of made the buttonholes myself, but I may have made them a bit large. We'll get to that later. You can tell even from when it's hanging that like there are some kind of like tension gauge issues. You know what, let me just try it on for you first. Okay, I'm gonna run through everything that I feel like I did wrong with this sweater just for the sake of learning and growth and education. As I mentioned, did not do the gauge swatch. You can see with the button band, like the sideways length of working the button band is supposed to line up with the gap that we had right here in the body. But because my gauge is much looser here, you can tell the button band is like not quite wide enough. In hindsight, I definitely could have just worked an extra 2 rows on the button band and that probably would have fixed it, but I don't know if I care enough to like go back and do that, especially because I already woven all the ends. The buttons are a little bit prone to slipping out of the holes. I think especially like I was like stretching the fuck out of the button bands trying to get it to line up with the body, so that stretched out the buttonholes even more. I think what I might do is like go in with a thread and just kind of like shrink the buttonhole, like reinforce the edges and like make it a little bit shorter so that, you know, I don't have my shit flying open. I also feel like the collar is still looking a little bit floppy. I feel like when I first started, I wasn't knitting as tight as I did for like the ribbing and the other like tight non-body portions. And because I sized up, it's just like, I don't know, it doesn't have that much structure. I feel like it's a bit like, bleh. Overall, I definitely could have made like a size 5, maybe even a size 4, given like, I think my gauge is looser and a size 4 for me is basically a size 5. I am pretty happy with it. Like, I think the draping of it having a nicer wide body is the draping of it having a nicer wide body. The draping of it having a wider body is nice. I don't know what I'm saying. Guys, I haven't spoken to another human being in so long. The only thing is like, I just am worried it makes it less layerable under other pieces when it's wider here. Let me test this actually. Well, all my buttons just flew open, so case in point. If I try wearing this jacket, that's fine. I don't feel like it's like bunching in the armpits. This is a really bizarre outfit. I would love to show this to you with jeans, but I don't have any jeans because I've been in countries that are like 80 degrees. Oh, and the last thing that I kind of fucked up is when I was spacing the buttons. I don't know why this didn't compute in my head, but the top button should be at the very top of the band. I guess I made it totally symmetrical. Like, you know how the bottom button is not like right next to the bottom? I didn't make the top button right next to the top. So when it's buttoned all the way up, these button bands don't really line up, but I would never wear it like this. I feel like I look like, I don't know, Paddington Bear. Paddington Bear? Does he wear a sweater? I do love the buttons that I got though. I went to that button stall and they had so many cute options, but I love these kind of like iridescent, I don't know, they kind of remind me of cat eye nails. I was standing there for like 15 minutes trying to decide between the brown ones and the blue ones, because I was like, oh, the blue ones will contrast with the button bands. But then I was kind of worried that the button bands were going too far down. So I was like, maybe I should take attention away from the buttons and make it blue to blend in. And then I just got both and I ended up alternating them, which I feel like gives it a nice funky vibe. I also need to give it another proper block. I didn't do like a real block here because obviously I don't have like laundry detergent. There were some stitches where like I noticed that I dropped them later, so then I like went back and like pulled them through, and that will like kind of fuck up the tension. So I just want to block it more properly to get rid of like any weird unevenness, and also maybe like tug at this area a little bit more. I think the pain of it is a little bit too fresh right now. I feel like if I just like sit on it, finish my Vietnam trip, go back to like the New York City fall winter weather, I will fall in love with this eventually. I've just stared at it too long. But with fresh eyes, I feel like I'll be like, oh my god, the blue and brown color combo is so cute. This is such an incredibly niche reference, but I love the podcast Las Culturistas. On one of the recent episodes, Matt Rogers, he was like, have you guys been noticing like the light blue and brown color combo? And no one really knew what he was talking about. And I was like, Matt, I hear you, I see you, I knit you. Maybe I should just give this to Matt Rogers because It's probably his size anyway. I'm sure this will be making appearances in my like later New York vlogs, and I will style it properly so you can look forward to that. This was a really good learning experience though. Like, even though this isn't perfect, I am so glad I pushed myself to do this. So many skills that I've just been like putting off because I don't need to learn them. This forced me to look up the tutorial, learn it. It's never actually that hard. And I've been wanting for a long time to work on like some sort of more complicated cardigan pattern, and I'm feeling much more empowered to do so after this. Would really recommend you guys check out all the patterns, check out the Copenhagen Fibers yarn launch. I ended up using under 5 balls of yarn, which for the merino light, I think that's like 50 bucks or something. Like, it's so affordable, so soft, quality is really nice. And once again, this pattern is free. So I don't know how much this video is gonna motivate you to wanna make this, but if you are a more skilled knitter, it won't be that bad. And I'm pretty sure this video is now like 45 minutes long, so I'm gonna shut up. Thank you so much for watching, coming along on the ride to multiple countries. And if you watched both full videos of me making this sweater, you are a real one. Let me know in the comments down below any fun winter project ideas you have, because a lot of projects in my lineup are still summer and I need to get in the cold weather zone. Okay. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!